channel. My name is Aysha. If this is your first time checking me out, please make sure to subscribe down below and join the fam. We're almost at 80K, so let's get me there. Today's video is my March favorites. I cannot believe I'm doing my March favorites right now. This month literally flew by, I think because I was so busy with university. If you guys are in college or university, you know like the third month into the semester is like so crazy because there's so many assignments, so many midterms, like group projects. It is just, it's crazy, but alhamdulillah, it is over. I'm in the final stretch and university is almost done, guys. And I know I keep mentioning that in every single video, but like literally a huge chapter of my life is almost finishing. But anyways, that is not the point of this video today. I wanted to show you guys all of my March favorites. March was a good month for a bunch of beauty favorites. I got to try a lot of different products. I tried some that I hated, and I will be including those as well. And of course, I fell in love with some products that have quickly become like my holy grail, have to be in my routine from now on. So I'm really excited to share those with you. I'm also gonna include some music favorites and like some clothing favorites, stuff like that. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up and let's get on to my March favorites. So just like last month, I'm gonna start off with what I'm wearing. So this scarf is from Rahma's Boutique on Instagram. I will have a link down below. These style scarves, like the crinkle cotton scarves, have quickly become like one of my favorite scarves to wear. Like they're just so easy and literally you just put it on, they don't move, they just look so like effortless, and I don't know, like I absolutely love this. This is definitely my favorite style to wear them in, and I also just like wearing the normal hijab style, but I just really like this. I kind of feel like this is like my main over here. It's really glamorous. Also, this little duster that I'm wearing on top, I got it from Forever 21. I will have a link down below. I believe it is still available. I bought this literally in every color. It came in black and also like a mustard sort of yellow, and I bought all three and I'm just like so obsessed with them. They just like make any outfit look so beautiful and like sophisticated. I'm just like obsessed, and I feel like it's a perfect pop of color for spring. I'm gonna dive into skincare because I only have one skincare product to show you guys. This is actually by Dermalogica. This is their daily microfoliant. And this is kind of a cool product. I got this at Gen Beauty LA. Basically, it's like a powder. I don't want to like, whatever, I'll just show you guys. It's like, will it even, yeah. So if you can see that, it's kind of like a powder, and then all you do is like make sure your hands are wet. Like they don't have to be like soaking wet or anything. You don't have to have like a puddle, but your hands are just a little wet, and then you massage it. It becomes sort of like a paste, and then you use that sort of as like a cleanser all over your face. And you can use this every single day. So I use this in the morning every day. I will be having a skincare routine very soon, so you guys will see me using this. But I just find it leaves my skin very smooth and very soft. And it does actually have salicylic acid. It says it has rice enzymes, and they micro-exfoliate dead skin cells, instantly leaving the skin smoother and brighter. And it has some sort of like skin brightening complex as well, so it helps with dark spots, acne spots, or not acne spots, what are they called? Like hyperpigmentation after like acne goes away. I'm just gonna blow this away because it's annoying. But wow, that was a bad idea. It just went all over my laptop. But yeah, it's really fun to use also in the morning. Like I actually enjoy using it. If you guys are looking for a daily exfoliant that will leave your skin really soft and smooth and also help like balance the skin, brighten it up, and just do all kinds of good stuff, I'll definitely recommend this. It's a little expensive, I believe, but because it's a powder, it doesn't run out super fast. I literally use this every morning, and like it's still pretty heavy. I feel like I have like that much left still, so I have to include this next because literally this honestly is probably my favorite of the year so far. These are the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundations. I have the two shades Cocoa and Mocha, and I mix these to get my perfect shade. I'm wearing it today. Guys, when I tell you these are the best foundations I have tried in a really, really long time, I mean that. Now, I do have a whole review on this, so if you guys want to see that, I will have it linked as a card throughout this video. I would I definitely recommend you checking that out first if you guys want to hear more of my thoughts, but in that video, I wasn't able to test it throughout the day, and since then I have worn it like to events throughout the day, and literally this lasts, guys. I know this doesn't make any claims for lasting long or anything, but this literally lasts all day. It does not crease. You guys know how much I hate my smile lines every time I wear foundation. This does not do that. Okay, this gets an A+ in my book just for not doing that. It's just so good, and like it's only $6.90 or $5.99, so $6, so you can't really go wrong. I feel like in Canada it's probably around $8. They don't have my exact shade, but I literally don't even care if I had to mix 3 shades, if I had to mix 3 different foundations to get my perfect shade, I would do that too, because it's just so good. No flashback. This entire video could be a rave about this, honestly. And along with that, this is the Photo Focus Pressed Powder, and mine is in the shade Cocoa. Now this is slightly deeper than my skin, as you can tell, but I don't really mind. It gives a nice like bronzy look to my skin. And this reminds me a lot of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. The only difference is that it doesn't have those sort of light reflecting beads in it, like the Mineralized Skin Finish Natural does, but I really like this powder. It does a really great job at mattifying. It goes really well, obviously, with the Photo Focus foundation, since it's from the same line. If you guys can't find your exact shade, maybe you're a little too light and they don't make a shade light enough for you, these make amazing bronzers as well. So the next couple favorites are primers. These are actually by Estee Lauder. Now I don't actually have a lot of Estee Lauder makeup, but they recently reached out to me for PR, and this was actually one of their newest products. It's the Estee Lauder The Smoother Universal Perfecting Primer. Now if you guys have been watching some of my past videos, I've been mentioning that I've been getting kind of weird texture around my nose, and sort of my pores have been opening up a lot more. They're a lot more larger and noticeable, and I have a feeling it's because I stopped using my spin brush because it broke, so I wasn't able to use it. So I've been using the Smoother Primer, and I just like really pat this into my pores and around any places that have a lot of texture, and I find it does an amazing job. It doesn't dry out my skin. It also doesn't ball up. Like if you guys have used smoothing primers, pore filling primers in the past, you'd know that they kind of ball up on your face, and this doesn't do that. It just gives a really nice smooth base. And then this is the second one. This is the mattifier, Shine Control Perfecting Primer plus Finisher. So this one's really good. I only use a bit of this just in the areas that I normally tend to get a little oily, so above my brows, and then I also put some around my nose over here and a little bit on my upper lip, because that's where I usually get a little oily throughout the day. And I just find these two together have been really great. So if you guys are looking for a little more high-end primers that don't break me out, I have pretty sensitive skin and these don't break me out, then I would recommend these, especially probably the smoothing one. It's really, really good. But if you do have super oily skin, this all over your face would actually be a really good primer as well. So the next product is something that I also have a full review on, so I'll have that linked as a card throughout this video. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder in the shade Medium Deep. And I love this. I've been using this all throughout the month of all throughout the month of March. And it's so good. Now I kind of understand the hype for the Laura Mercier powders, because this one really just blurs out any pores. It leaves your face super smooth and silky and just like flawless. So I really love that they expanded the shade to include deeper skin tones. For underneath my eyes, I mix this with my banana powder, and it gives me a really nice highlighted look without looking ashy. And then for the rest of my face, I just take a big fluffy brush and then wipe it all over my face, and it does a really great job at mattifying. But yeah, if you guys want to see a more in-depth video on this, then definitely check out my full review. This is the ColourPop eyeshadow in this shade Top Notch. This has definitely been a huge favorite of mine. I'm wearing it in my crease today. It's like one of my go-to colors lately, and I'll give you guys a swatch. It's just, first of all, this formula is really, really amazing. The ColourPop formula, but as you can see, it's kind of like a reddish brown. It definitely pulls more red. I'm really bad at describing colors, but I just really love this. You can kind of see it warms up my crease really nicely. And I think it's perfect for the springtime. It just kind of warms up any sort of look that you have, and I really like them. These are, I think they go for $5 a pop. I have tried the shimmery formulas and stuff like that, and they are all amazing. So I think ColourPop definitely did a really great job at formulating these eyeshadows. So if you were thinking about picking up any, Top Notch should definitely be one of your picks, especially if you're deeper skin tone or medium to deep. It's absolutely gorgeous. So these babies over here literally transformed my life when it comes to eyeshadow. These are the Starlit powders by Makeup Forever, and I have the shade 15, which I'm actually wearing on my eyes today, and then I have the shade 12, which is more of a copper. Like, the way that I like to use them the most is on my eyes, but you could definitely use these as highlighters if you like that extreme intense highlight. These literally look wet on the eyes, like as you can see, without any Fix Plus or anything. And the best part about it is there's not a lot of fallout. Actually, there barely is any fallout, even with using a brush. So I really love using these, and I find that I don't even have to do my foundation before wearing these like most pigments, and they're just so amazing. Like the shine that they have, I have to give you a swatch. Like, do you see that? That is freaking insane. Like, these are just so intensely pigmented, and you can see how beautiful this would look as like a highlight. I might try it actually, because I love these sort of deeper golden highlights. It reminds me a lot of Shaft of Gold by MAC. But if you guys haven't tried one of these yet, at least go to your local Sephora and definitely just swatch them on your hand. They're just so beautiful. So I have a new eyeliner favorite. This is the Balm Schwing Black Liquid Eyeliner. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. When I say this is the darkest, most matte and pigmented eyeliner I've ever tried, I honestly mean that. It is so, I have to give you guys a swatch because it is so just like, oh my god, it is just so black and it dries completely matte. The first time I used this, I actually didn't really like, there you can kind of see it, I actually didn't really like the applicator, but the more I started using it, the more I kind of got used to it. It's a little more stiff towards the top, but the end is a little more flimsy, so that actually really helps with flicking out the wing really nicely. And it gives you a really nice, even, precise application, and it's so good. And the balm is pretty, it's kind of like mid-range, like it's not drugstore prices, but it's not like super high-end either. I feel like this retails for like $16 or something on Amazon. I'll have a link down below if I can find it, but it's so good. And I've literally only been using this eyeliner to create my wings, and it's just so amazing. I'm so glad that I got to try this. I feel like the balm is like one of those underrated makeup products. Not a lot of people talk about it, I feel like, mainly because they don't sell in Sephora. But it's just, I mean, I've known about the balm for years and years. They sell at Rexall Pharmaplus in Canada, and I've always like wanted to try their products and never got to. So the fact that now I'm like on their PR list and everything, it's kind of surreal, to be honest. But I've been trying a lot of their products lately, and I'm just so impressed. So if there's one product to try from the balm, this is definitely it. So I have another product by the Balm. This is actually new. This is their Balm Springs Long Wearing Blush, and I think they came out with this like last month or something, but this is what it looks like. They had another one I think called like Palm Springs or something, and that was a lot lighter. So I feel like they made this to suit more deeper medium skin tones, and I absolutely love it. I'm wearing it today. I think it's the perfect blush for springtime. And first of all, I love the Balm packaging. Like, they have the coolest packaging, and it's like perfect for travel because it's really thin and sturdy. And they always have like a mirror and stuff, and I don't know, I really like this blush, and I think, as I mentioned, it's like perfect for the springtime. It's perfect for my skin tone, and on days where I just don't really want to think about what blush I want to wear, this is the one I always grab, and it's kind of just in my everyday sort of makeup compartment, and I really like it. That is a swatch of it right over here. So I have a highlight favorite as well. This is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I feel like the packaging really got me. I've really been into like baby pink, and I was like, that's so cute. But then I saw the inside, and I was like, okay, let me give this a try. I feel like these colors over here could really be like black girl friendly. So I just bought it, and I actually really like it. I'm wearing it today. Now, if you guys know me, you know that I don't like an intense highlight usually. I just go for like a really subtle highlight, just an inner glow or something. So this is definitely not that. This is like an intense, bam, like highlight on fleek type of highlight. And that's why I like it. Like, it for days where I just want to glow, then this is the palette that I go for. My favorite shades in here are Daydream, and then 143, which is a deeper bronze sort of highlight, and then Glow Getter, which is more of just like a gold. Now, the only con I have about this is that I wish that they pulled more gold tones into it. I find a lot of these highlights have kind of like a silverish base. So I'll give you an example of like Glow Getter. It looks like this gorgeous like gold, but then when you swatch it, like, I don't know, I'm running out of space, but when you swatch it, do you see that? Like, it just picks up so silver, and you wouldn't have thought that if you were like looking at the pan. So I always have to go in with like a deeper gold highlight, and then I put these on top. 143 pulls a little more gold, but it still has that sort of silvery undertone. In person, it definitely looks a little more gold, but especially when you use like flash and stuff, it's like it pulls a lot more silver, and that's where you can notice it. So that's the only con I have about this palette, but I mean, for a highlight on fleek type of look, I'm really glad that I got this. I definitely don't regret it, and I love supporting YouTubers. Like, I love when YouTubers and like big sort of makeup brands collab, because I don't know, it's sort of inspirational. It's like, that could potentially be me. I mean, probably would never happen, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just nice to support people that are sort of in the same industry. This is the, what is this called? The Sweet Pot Sugar Scrub and Lip Balm, and mine is in the shade 05 Candied Cassis, I believe. And this is kind of like a dual-ended product. It's kind of cool. So on one side, you kind of twist it, and then you have a sugar scrub, which, as you can see, I've been using. I really like this. And then on the other side is a lip balm. So these lip balms are actually more of like a gloss, and they don't really, I mean, like, there is a color to it, but it's not like this intense on the lips. It's definitely a little more sheer. But I find, even though these are a gloss and they definitely feel a little more like tacky on the lips, I feel like they do a really great job at moisturizing. Like, anytime I put this on, it like magically disappears. Like, all my crusty lip problems basically magically disappear, and I really like that. As you can see, like, I've been using this a lot, and I really like it. I think it's a great duo. I do wish that it was a little cheaper. Like, these are like $24 Canadian, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I feel like if they sold the lip gloss on its own, I probably would have repurchased it. But once this is done, I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase it. And the next lip product is by Tarte. This is their Tartist lip paint, the ones that dry matte, and this one is in the shade Fortune. I used this for the first time in my Chit Chat Get Ready With Me, and I absolutely loved it. I was like, why have I never used this before? Literally, guys, I've had this since December, and that was the first time that I ever used it, and since then I've been using it a lot. I find, even though it looks a little deeper in the tube, it's kind of like a concealer shade for me. Like, when I put it on, it kind of just like gives me a really nice nude lip. And I'll give you guys a swatch of it if I can find any other space on my hand. So there's a swatch over there. It's kind of like a neutral, more like a cool tone brown. It doesn't pull any warm tones, which I actually really like. At first, I didn't really like the formula of these, but as I started to wear it more, I kind of started getting used to it. You definitely feel it on the lips, but it's not like, it doesn't crackle off. Like, it stays on really nicely, and it just wears off on the inside of the lips first, so it doesn't like flake off like some liquid lipsticks. And then the last lip favorite is by ColourPop. This is their Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Screenshot. I just bought this on a whim, honestly. Oh, kind of matches my shirt. Yeah, I just bought this on a whim. I was getting Prim Ultra Satin Lip by ColourPop, and I didn't want to just pay shipping for like a $5 product, so I decided to like add more things into my cart, and this was one of them. There weren't many swatches online either, but I'm really glad I got this. I'm actually wearing it on my lips today, mixed with Ashton by ColourPop, or by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is a really pretty peach color, and I feel like it's perfect for the springtime. If you're a deeper skin tone, this mixed with like a brown lip liner or like Ashton or something looks absolutely gorgeous. On its own, it's a little too bright for me, but I don't know. It's a nice change, and I'm embracing the pinks for the springtime, and I really like it. And also, they're very similar to the Ultra Matte lips, but they're not as drying, so they do kind of set, but they're not like transfer proof. Like, if you kiss your hand or something, if you're eating, they will stay, but if you like kiss something, then they will kind of move around. The more I look at it and the more I stare at it, like, the more I fall in love with it. So another favorite of the month has definitely been Drake's new album called More Life. The day it came out, me and Shay, like Shahid, on YouTube were literally texting each other, like freaking out. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. It was the funniest thing ever. I literally tweeted her like, oh my god, I can't. And it's such an amazing album. I'm gonna go on Spotify right now and play you guys a couple of my favorites. Definitely my all-time favorite is Teenage Fever. He like sampled one of Jennifer Lopez's songs from like back in the day, and when that part came on I literally lost it, so I'm gonna play it right now.
How I feel when I'm around you, shorty. Last night we didn't say it, but girl, we both thought it.
Oh, I just can't. This honestly just makes me feel some type of motherfucking way. I also really love Georgia Interlude. He mixed this one with Doing It Wrong, Stevie Wonder's part with the harmonica, and I lost it. I really did lose it. And then the way that it goes in to get it together, Drake just honestly, he stole the show for me. He really did. He stole the year for me. But anyways, I also love Blem. I love Madimba Rhythm, which I've been playing this a lot on my Snapchat, and a lot of people ask me what it is. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for that. I do have some regrets to talk about as well, and surprisingly they're both highlighters, which is kind of weird. But I'm very picky with my highlighters, so that's probably why. The first one is actually by Wet n Wild. This is their Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Crown of My Canopy. Now I know, please don't come at me for this because I know this has been all the rave. Like literally everyone keeps talking about these highlighters. I just don't like them. Like, I've tried, literally, God knows I'm trying. I'm really trying to like this, but I'll give you guys a swatch. It just, I don't know, it doesn't really, there's really no like wow factor for me. It's not like super glittery, which I personally like. I like that it's not glittery, but it just kind of like blends into nothing. Like, you see that? It's kind of just gone, and I'm like, but where's the glow? I just want to know where the glow at. But I really wanted this to work. I've been looking for the perfect drugstore highlighter, and I was really hoping this would be it because this is just like my perfect shade too. I mean, it kind of matches what I'm wearing, and I've just really been liking these rose gold sort of highlights, but I don't like it. I really don't. I'm sorry. And the other highlight I'm actually pretty mad about. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay highlighter in the shade Sparkler. I had high hopes for this, honestly. This is what it looks like. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I hate it. I really do. I hate it. I've tried to like it, and the only positive thing about this is that it smells like chocolate. Other than that, I don't know, like this, it just, I don't know how to describe it. It is just so chunky, like when you wear it on the cheeks. Like, first of all, it doesn't even swatch that nicely. Like, it's just the chunkiest highlight. Like, it literally has chunks of glitter on it, and it like shows on the skin, and it attaches to like any rough areas of your face, and I just don't really like it. And this was $35. It was pretty, I like bought this with my own money. I was expecting more than a bunch of chunky glittery mess. So yeah, pretty upset about that. But anyways, I wish that I ended this off on a high note. Honestly, I probably should have ended with Drake, but yeah, that's basically it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed my March favorites. If you guys did, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up. If you guys want to check out any of the products that I mentioned throughout this video, I will have everything linked down below, as I always do. I want to know what products you guys have been loving in the month of March. Please let me know down below, or any music favorites, any clothing favorites, just let me know. I'd love to hear about them. And yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye guys!